Hello everyone, and welcome back to Skyblock, the series where I am moving up in the world. I now live in a giant mansion, and it's pretty sick. I mean, like, look at the view from out here. It's a pretty big house. Well, you couldn't see it in that view. There it is. And it's really cool to, have something this big to kind of signify all my progress. But, I still gotta make some progress. So today, I'm gonna try and make some automatic farms. My goal are to make a cactus, maybe a sugarcane, maybe a pumpkin or melon automatic farm. Hopefully, it's simple, and hopefully I can actually finish my goal. But hey, you won't know until the video's over, haha! Now in between episodes, I've moved most, if not all of my items from my chests here into my big house. Okay, I left some of them, but the majority of them are inside of the mansion. So to see what we have to, get started with this, we gotta check the chests, which means we get to fly through the window. Whee! Ow, that hurt. So for cactus, I've got about a good amount of cactus and a decent amount of sand. Alright, I'm gonna need to get some more. Because, of course, cactus farms require sand. How else do you plant the cactus? And so for the first time in a while, we're gonna be heading over to the sand farm. But it does have to be night. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna mine cobblestone, and then when it's night, I'll, start the time lapse and, get the sand. That's how I'll do it. So I'll see you once I've got sand, and I've got some cobblestone. Sand and stone, yeah! Just start the time lapse. Okay, I might be wrong, but I think I genuinely forgot to start that time lapse. Well, we've got some sand, and it should be enough to finish this all up. Or, have enough to finish it. I haven't started it yet. This is going to be a very simple design. In fact, I learned it many years ago, so hopefully it still works. I'm going to build the actual farm and then go and, make the exterior afterwards, because I want to, show you how it works. That's how I do stuff on this. Granted, I'll only show how it works if I know how it works. If I don't know how something works, you're not getting any explanation from me. Now, let's get going. I'll see you in a sec, or 10 seconds. That's how long the time lapses are. Well, here we go. We now have a cactus farm, and it is expandable vertically. It just takes a stack of sand and a stack of cactus per level. The calculations actually worked out really nicely, so, each level is 64 cactus. Now, at the moment, I haven't seen anything grow yet, but they were just planted, so, gotta be patient. Now, in case the design, stopped working at some point in the recent past, I am going to set up some, control cacti to, just make sure everything's working alright. Because if these are growing, but those aren't, and nothing's appearing in the hoppers down there, then, I messed up. And I don't like messing up. But for now, we're going to leave this be, because I've decided I'm going to do the exteriors all in one at the end of the video, or just not do them at all, because these are pretty good for screenshots as they are. And by screenshots, I mean thumbnails. I'm thinking of the future, I'm thinking of the good stuff, I'm thinking of what matters. The click-through rate. Now this is the only automatic farm that doesn't require redstone, and that's kind of why I did it first. The next two, sugarcane and of course pumpkins and melons, both require observers and pistons and redstone, and that stuff that's gonna be a bit expensive. And let me show you why. Over here is our only natural way to get redstone, and currently I've gotten 5 from it. However, we can also get it through trading, thanks to our good friends, the cleric. They're called clerics now. The thing is, it's 1 emerald to 2 redstone dust, which is an alright trade, but still, to be able to do, what I need to do, I'll need stacks of redstone. And not just because I'm, not great at redstone, but because, I need to craft the different components, like a piston, and maybe repeaters, maybe even, I don't know. Huh? I was trying to say observers. I don't think it sounded like that. Now at the moment, I have somewhere in the range of about 40 emeralds. If we come over here and look in my chests, which have my stuff, okay, it's a bit more than that. So if I want to get this done, I need to get a lot more emeralds, because I need observers, and I need pistons, and I need redstone. I basically just need redstone for 2 separate farms, which is a lot. So I need to get a bunch of emeralds, and the good way to do that is through rotten flesh, gold, iron, and maybe some farming. And well, 2 of those can be acquired from the gold farm. That's right, people. We're heading back to the nether, because I have actually fixed it in between episodes. And by fixed, I mean mob-proofed it. So if we head through here, we will see the lava has been extended most of the way. Okay, I seem to have missed a bit on this side, but they can't get to me over here, because they're so slow and stupid. So I'm just going to stay in here, get my good old gold, and then use the gold and rotten flesh, and anything else I get, honestly, to trade for emeralds, which I can then trade for redstone, which I can then make to make automatic farms. That's the process. I'll see you in a bit. Well, it was both nice and not nice to be back to gold farming. But I ended up with 6 stacks of rotten flesh and 63 gold nuggets. I wish I got 64, but it just didn't work out that way. Actually, wait, I might be able to go grab one right now. Perfect. Well, that worked out nicely. So now I can head back, trade this all to emeralds, and hopefully we'll have enough, make at least one of the farms. If we make both, that's even better. There's only one way to find out. And that is through trading. So let's head up there. So take all my gold and take all my emeralds. Okay, maybe take a little more gold, I don't know. And yep, take all the emeralds. Give me those emeralds. You can't take any more gold because I traded with you beforehand. There we go. Well, we ended up with half a stack of emeralds. I'd say that's pretty good. Let's grab my other emeralds and trade them all into redstone. Wait, I've got all this I have a lot more gold than I thought. Alright, I'll take all that as emeralds, and I'll take all but one as emeralds. Just gotta leave one in there for organization's sake. Hey, I'm back for business. Give me all your redstone. I'm taking all of it. Buyout sale. Thank you. Wait, I need more. Here, you got redstone? I'll buy it. Did I buy out all of you? Why are there only... Wait, I have a 4th one around here. I already forgot his name because they're all so generic. But he's living in the village. He's not his workplace. What? Jerry! You're up here! I'm buying all your redstone. Thanks, have a good day. Well, I got almost 2 stacks of redstone. That's probably not enough, but I did get 17 leftover emeralds, and with the amount I still have sitting in my storage, I can probably get some more if this is not enough. I just have to wait for the trades to refresh. And I can wait for the trades to refresh while starting to build the next farm, which I've decided is going to be sugarcane, because that's fairly easy. Well, it's time to get to business. I'll see you once again in just about 10 seconds. Okay, well, this farm ended up being a lot more expensive than I thought. I calculated it, and each level actually requires 4 stacks of redstone, which is equivalent to 2 stacks of emeralds, which is a lot. So I only ended up making 1 level. But hey, at least it works. I mean, here, let me show you. It gets... Oh, okay, that was a bad example. There we go. It's going. And okay, maybe you didn't see it there. But if I head down, you will see that it has appeared in the chest. So the sugarcane farm is working. So yeah, this is a lot more expensive than it was for the cactus farm. However, it works, and that's what matters. And speaking of stuff working, let's check the output of the cactus farm. How much have we made with the current amount of cacti? That's a lot. I'm gonna need to set up a chest down there. That's gonna fill up quick. Well, hey, it's nice to know a farm I designed is going well. Well, I didn't really design it. I looked it up like 5 years ago, and it's just been stuck in my memory the whole time. But now that the sugarcane farm is done, it's time to move on to the final farm of the episode. The pumpkin/melon, or pumpkin and melon farm. The problem with this one is that it's probably going to require about 4 more stacks of redstone, meaning I either need to sacrifice a lot of my iron, which is not a good idea, Actually, you know what? That does seem like a good idea. Okay, well, from not even all my iron, I ended up with just over a stack of redstone, which is pretty good. Unfortunately, each villager can only give me about 12 redstone each trade. Not about redstone, exactly 12 redstone. And once they max out, I have to wait the next day. So, you know, it's not really that efficient. But hey, at least it works. And I didn't even end up using all of my iron. Of course it's raining. Look, I was being excited about, you know, not having to use all my iron, but then the rain comes and ruins the mood. What's going on, Minecraft? So at least I can put some of this back and save these emeralds for in a bit when I'm about to return to trading. So I need to start gathering the materials for the pumpkin melon farm, get the design for the melon pumpkin farm, and then build the melon pumpkin farm. Then afterwards, we can hook these all up to a single, or, you know, have individual outputs that all go together into one or something. I don't know. We'll figure out some sorting system for these three, and then build the exterior. It should be fun. And in the future, I definitely will extend all of these vertically. I mean, it's pretty much necessary, because it just multiplies the efficiency exponentially. Not exponentially, just multiplies it. Alright, let's get to work. I'll see you in a bit. This farm ended up taking 2 stacks of redstone per level, which was half as cheap as the sugarcane farm. So this one will definitely be easier to expand more, but still 2 stacks of redstone is about a stack of emeralds, which is still a lot. But here it is, in all working order. The middle ones are connected, so if one gets set off on this side, it also activates this one, and occasionally the pumpkins will get sent off to the side and they'll just sit there forever. But if they don't, they'll head down into the water, and down into the hoppers. In just a bit of the time this has been running, we've gotten a good amount of each. I'll also set up a chest under the cactus farm because it got full. So now that these are all working, it's time to get started on sending them to one central system. I don't want to mix them together, but I do want to, you know, actually be able to get them all from one place. And then once we can get these all going to the same place, we can then, make the exteriors. So actually, really quickly, I changed what I wanted to do. Instead of having them all go to a central location, which have taken a lot of time and effort, I just made paths to go to each chest, because that's a lot easier. And then, you know, if I ever want to later, I can make the combined thing. Well, here we are, a new secret little area on the island. There's some hidden pathways which can go to each individual chest. And this seems like a good idea to check how much is actually in each individual chest. Starting with the cactus, we've got a good few stacks. That's great to see. And in the sugarcane, we've got a stack and a half. That's decent. And over here with the melon and pumpkin, more melons, but about the same amount of pumpkins. Well, no, they've both increased, but melons are about the same. Yeah. Now, the most efficient out of all of these is the cactus farm. It's got 128 cacti growing at all times. Next efficient is the sugarcane. It's got 64, and least efficient is this one. It's got like 16 at a time. Actually, wait, no. This is 32. So each of these is half as efficient as the next. However, as they can get extended, they can all become about the same efficiency. This one will need 2 layers to be efficient as that. That one will need 4 layers to be efficient as that. And at the same time, there's growth rate and all that, and all the stuff that, yeah, I don't really care about. So in the future, I'll definitely expand these a lot more. And when that comes into me building the exteriors, that's definitely going to be a part of it. I want to build a design that'll be easy to recreate as it gets taller, but also won't be, you know, really expensive, and will also look good. Good looks are probably the most important thing to me when it comes to any building. Granted, I know I said last episode that in Skyblock it's function over form, but here, when it comes to building, it's form over function. You know what, I think I've been ranting for too long. Let's get to move on. Well, here we go. We got 3 farm buildings. Only one of them actually kind of looks like a farm building, and it's because you can look in the glass and actually see the farm building. And ignore how all of the buildings are only this one corner. After doing this, I realized this required a lot of wool, so I just worked on based on perspective. So if you look from this side, all of the farms look great. So yeah, that's the job complete. Ooh, more green wool. Actually, let me get this. Yeah, gimme the wool. Now, these buildings have created some nice space over here. Once they're taller, they will look really cool because, you know, they'll go all the way up. but this corner down here is looking pretty empty. So I want to figure out something to put here that won't, allow me to see the ugly side of my mansion. So what could I do? I'm looking through all my chests to hopefully come up with an idea. I came up with an idea. For a long time now, I haven't had a nether wart farm because I literally don't need one. But, it might be nice to have one. I got rid of the ones I had because I replaced them with actual farms because that's a lot more useful. But having some nether wart might also be useful. Alright, just go with it. I'm gonna build it now. If you can't tell, I'm trying to pad out the episode more. You guys like the longer episodes, so I'm giving you more time to enjoy the Skyblock world, I guess. I don't even really gain anything from longer episodes. I'm not monetized. Well, here it is. It's honestly kind of ugly. The crimson contrasts with the oak pretty badly. But you stayed watching, so I completed my goal. Actually, wait. What if you didn't? Well, if you didn't, you wouldn't be hearing this. So everyone who is hearing this stayed through the padded content. Let's go! I gained nothing from this. Well, thank you all for watching. This was the second episode where I've tried to make it a +2 day recording thing to hopefully make the videos longer, because you've been requesting that. And like last time, I don't know how long this episode is, just because of the amount of time lapses, but I can guarantee you it's definitely not as long as the last episode. In the future, I'm going to try and do more big projects like this. I would classify this as a big project, because I tried making 3 new automatic farms and a junk, this junk. And 2 of those farms were brand new designs I've never used before, like this. So I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time, where hopefully I'm doing something also kind of cool like this. Maybe I'll expand these in between episode, I don't know. If I get bored someday, I'll do it. But you know what, After that, I'm gonna go drown myself.